Hey guys. So I apologize for all of the back and forth. I do my own thing. I'm kind of a sort of a, I'm not gonna say unicorn and I'm not gonna say rogue, but somewhere in between that. I like run my own, I run to the beat of my own drum. I just do my own thing. Like I love doing this with you. And if you didn't see my live last night, it attracted a bunch of people from my team. And the thought is our team who is getting really great social media training Monday through Friday for free is hopping over here and watching this instead of spending time watching that. So if you are on my team, if you are part of the 40,000 people who are in my big team, I'm telling you right now, there's amazing goal setting training happening that's way more than I'm giving here over there. So I'm pushing you back over there. Don't play around with this tiny little snippets that I'm giving you when you can have the whole meat and potatoes. Like if you are already on my team, go get the meat and potatoes there. Like, okay, so it's going to be there. We're going to be putting the algorithm hacks, the hacks, the things that we're not giving you over there. We're going to be adding that as a guide for new people over there in that big group. It's 40,000 people there for a reason, Monday through Friday. Like, so if you are on my big team, part of my big organization, then make sure you are getting it over there. Like today, my favorite human, Allison Crawford's going to be talking about goal setting, and I promise you, you do not want to miss that. And please do not listen to me ramble on and on when you can go get it. Like that's huge stuff. Like I could not have grown to where I am without that training Monday through Friday. And what I'm doing here is for people who are not on my team, who need a little bit of help to get their algorithms going. But if you're on my team, you are getting thousands of dollars of free social media training a year right there. Don't snooze on that because you're over here spending your time over here. If you only have 30 minutes a day to watch something, go watch that. Don't watch this. Okay. That's my horse. And it will help me. It will help me if you do that. I'm asking you from the bottom of my heart. It will help me. I don't need to deal with the things I need to deal with. If you guys are still not participating over there, like, I don't want to be the reason for that. Please help me. Go back to where you came from. So, and I don't even know who you all are, but I appreciate it. So if you are not on my big team, and I'm not even going to say the name of the group because if you're not part of the team, you can't get in there. But if you're not part of my big team, this is for you. How to set the right goal. So here's, I'll just share how I set goals with my team. And organizations are different, so it may not translate to what you're doing, but here's how we do it. I just got off the call with one of my team members and we did some goal setting. And I do two different kinds of goal setting. Like if they're more getting started and customer related, then we're going to set this kind of a goal. And it's like DMO. For me, everything is DMO tracking. So everything's going to start with, everything in this group starts with the DMO. So the DMO tracking. There are things on here every single day that I have my whole team track and send to me. So if they're working directly with me and they want to hit goals and volume goals, income goals, then I am having them send me their DMO every day. I think that probably spills over into something else I was going to talk about this week. But depending on what they want to do, there might be different things that we're tracking. So yeah, I want to see everything you're doing, but depending on how their Facebook page is or what kind of customer base they have or what their individual volume goal is, do they want to build a team or do they just want to be a retailer? Like, then we will hyper focus on one of these individual ones for a chunk of time. So, we'll focus on just the number of engagements or just the number of people that we're adding to our network of friends. I actually have them send me this their activities. I always track how many friends I have on Facebook. I still do. Every single day I write down how many friends I have on Facebook. I have for 5 years. Every morning I write down my volume and I write down my number of friends on Facebook. I used to track it in my group. Now my groups are well over 1,000 each, so I don't even bother with that anymore. But what you focus on grows. So track your volume, track your number of friends you have on Facebook or Instagram or wherever you're growing from, and ask your teams to do the same thing and bring it. So if I have a team member who's tracking her friends list and she's been sending me her activities, her DMO every single day, and the number of friends she has on Facebook is the same every day, I know she's not sending friend requests. And when I ask her, like, hey, it says you're sending friend requests here, but your Facebook number is not going up, then I know we need to do some serious strategy coaching on who she's sending friends requests to, how she's sending them, what she's saying, where she's finding those friends. Because obviously she's not friending people who are already like her. She's just randomly doing people you may know, which don't do that. I've already said. So set your goal by, I like to ask, how much money do you want to make in the next 30 days? And I do like to, in the beginning of the year, set a 30, 60, 90-day goal. So it's like, how much money do you want to make in 30 days? And how much money do you want to make in 90 days? And then as a leader, you can what that organization needs to look like. And then you can get to work helping her find that. But then then it's based on volume. So if they want to make a certain amount of money, you know how much volume that is. Or maybe you're focused on a success trip or earning a rank. So you're going to focus more on volume. However you want to focus, but you're going to convert everything to volume. So if you start with a dollar amount that they want to make for income, you need to convert that to volume. If they're running for trips, if they're running for ranks, then maybe you track that as volume. So however you want to track it. And then you can break that down by sales, right? So if they have a team, how much is their team going to do that's going to contribute to your goal? And if they're a customer, how many customers do you have that are regularly reordering from you? So this is going to be more in a consumable model. Like we have customers who reorder every single month, so we can depend on them for a certain amount of volume every single month, right? Some of them is on automatic subscription, and some of it's just my customers love to buy this. Like I have customers who get 700 volume points every single month. I love them. They're my favorite. Can you imagine having 10 customers that did 700 volume points every single month because she loves all of the 600 things that you have to sell? Just keep going. You'll find them. So then we break it down. If they're by themselves, there's going to be a volume goal. There's going to be a, number of weeks. And then you just break it down. This much volume divided by this number of weeks divided by this number of days per week tells you how many sales you need to be having per week. Then you look at that number and you think, how am I going to get those sales? So if you're a party company, how many parties do I need to have to get those sales? If you are a social seller, how many customers do I need to reach out to get them to refer somebody to my business to get that sale? If you're putting up posts to do that, how many posts do I need to put up? Ask people to put up to get those sales. What am I doing on my main page? How much does that generate in sales? In my group, how much does my group generate sales? So you're kind of looking at that number. So if you have a subscription formula, which kudos to your company if you do, the subscription deal is amazing. If you have the ability to have subscriptions, make sure you're focusing on a certain amount of those per month to offset your heavy lifting. So, I have this much volume per month coming from subscriptions. I have this much volume per month coming from my team who's still working directly under me, and their volume is also counting for my volume. And I have this much left to hit my goal that I need to turn into brand new customers and sales. And then you can break it down by number per week and per day. So I can take somebody who says, I want to make $300 this month. And I can say, great, that's one product a day. because that's the way ours shakes out. I want to make $600 a month. Okay. You need to sell 2 products a day. I want to make $300 a month. Great. That's 3 products a day. 3 products a day seems overwhelming until you think about, I sell 1 product to somebody and then I say, hey, it would really help me if you could pop up a quick post on your page shouting out how excited you are to get this thing, or if they've already used it, they know they can talk about how they love it. Tag me. So you're selling 1 to your customer and you're selling 2 things to their friends, because their friends, if they like it, they have friends who would like it. And now you got your 3 sales, right? So it's not necessarily you shouldn't be going back to the same people all the time. And the reason why you're not going back to the same people all the time is because you're doing this DMO, and every single day you're adding new people. You're posting so they get to know, like, and trust you. And then you're doing these curiosity posts, getting something that you think they would like in front of them. And then they're opting in and they're new customers. So every month and every week you have new customers opting in because you've added people who are like you spent time posting to get the know, like, and trust, and now you're putting something in front of them that you like. If they know, like, and trust you, and they're like you, they're going to like it too. And then they're going to be like, I want that. And then boom, some of those people who are saying, I want to know more about that, are going to be your new customers. And then you sell 1 thing to them. And then you say, hey, can you pop a post up on your page? Tag me, because I think your friends would love this too. I'm doing a little discount, or I'll throw you a little freebie, or whatever you want to do. And then you sell 2 things to them. And then boom, our model is you sell about 3 things a day, you're making almost $1,000 a month. So when you're talking about team building, you're talking about which team are working toward goals for volume, and you're going to factor those volume goals in. But what you want to do is start with your income goal, set a volume goal. What you don't want to do is say, I want to make $1,000 this month. And then do this and keep doing this and have no way to track and no way to watch to see if you're even on track to meet those goals. And then you're going to work with your coach every 3 days or every 5 days, once a week, whatever you need to do to make sure that whatever you're doing here is trickling into you're getting closer to your goal, right? So if it's not, then you need to tweak some of this stuff. You don't just randomly keep doing things over and over again expecting different results. You're working directly with your coach every 3 days. You're like, okay, I see you've done, if your primary goal is to get your friends list up, so you do have a new audience to show your products to, maybe you're starting with 600 friends on Facebook, and you need to get that number up if you want to have new customers. So you're going to really hyper focus on how many friends are you adding per day. For 3 days, you've been sending me these numbers, and I've been able to see your friends list grow. Now I'm going to talk to you about how are you engaging with these new people. Here are the things that I would say with them. Now, here are the ways that you can get them in, actively seeing your curiosity posts. Like, here's how you can make sure, like, these people all look like they would love to see something like this. But on your Facebook page, I see you constantly focused on this. Maybe you should pick this up and see how it works. Or let's look through your memories. What have people been excited about over the last few years? What posts are getting more attention? What stories are getting more views? You go into your archives. So then you can really start to dig in with your team and do that kind of stuff. But the hack here is start with a volume goal. Like, you can start with an income goal if you want, and then start with a volume goal. Divide that by 4, and then divide that by 7. And that's what you need to do every single day, volume-wise. And then you can look at whatever promo there's going on or whatever product you want to focus on, divide it by that volume, and that's how many of those products you need to sell to stay on track to meet your goals. Does that make sense? Most people in this industry are not writing their goals down. No one, I won't say no one, almost nobody hits goals if they haven't written them down. If they're not tracking them, then they're probably not hitting them. So how do you know you're on track unless you're tracking them? So I hope that helps. a lot of moving parts in the background. You work with your coach, your upline, whoever is mentoring you, because she'll understand how to do that. Like, hey, I came across somebody who did a goal setting. Little live, and I wanted to work directly with you to set some goals. Like, how do you normally do that? How do you set goals for yourself? Go back to your coach. If you are on my team, don't mention that you heard it here, and that'll save me a lot of heartache. Thank you guys. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of the week and weekend. Let me know down below if you've written your goal down, and if you have a plan. I'd love to know that. Bye, y'all.